Hey guys, today we're playing Diablo 3 on the PlayStation 3. This is the console version. It came out yesterday, but if you're watching this later on, that probably won't mean much to you. I want to be one of the first people to post up one of these videos, but I'm probably horribly late. Go figure. But, yeah, I was tempted to get this on the PC. I don't know if I would have been able to record it on the PC. Hold on, let me change the aspect ratio on my TV, because even though you guys can see everything, I cannot. I was watching a regular 4.3 film yesterday that wasn't in widescreen, so I had the screen stretched out. Foolish me. Every time I go to make a video, there's something I didn't do. There's the old remote. There we go. I can finally see. Alright, one thing about this game is it actually has pretty decent online options, and I'm going to turn off online because I don't want to play with anybody right now. So I'm going to go to network options, and I'm going to go to offline play. One thing I wish this game did have that other games have, well, some other games have, if there's a story in it, a lot of times there's a mode where you can pick where I want to play for the story. Like on Resident Evil 6, for example, you could pick that you just wanted to play for the story. Because last night I was playing with the person. I mean, they were nice enough, and they were good to play with. But every time I went to go talk to somebody, they would keep on pushing the X button and canceling out what they were saying. And even though the story might not be the best in this game, I still want to know what would happen. So this is Diablo. A lot of people are probably going to be like, the PC version so much better. I haven't played the PC version. My computer probably was able to. I probably wouldn't have been able to record it for you all that well, because perhaps probably would have had a heart attack or something and made my computer blow up. But one thing that turned me off about Diablo on the PC is that you didn't have direct control over your character, and you had to point to where you want your character to go and click on it, and I don't necessarily like those kind of games. Plus, I'm not necessarily the hugest PC gamer in the world. Usually the only time I play a PC game is if I can't play it any other time, and I guess it was like that for a while, so I debated, because Diablo looked like a cool game that my computer actually could run, because I don't have the best computer in the world, and Diablo didn't have the highest system requirements. But they eventually released this on console, and you have direct control over your player. You can roll. It has multiplayer. I got it for PlayStation 3. This is also available on the Xbox 360, beside, of course, the PC and I believe the Mac. And I think the Xbox version's a little bit better for little graphical differences, but I have more PlayStation friends, and I heard that the only graphical differences is here. Where is it? Maybe there's a lantern. Said there's no directional lighting on the lanterns on the texture map, meaning that there was probably light shining on the floor, but they said that's really the only area that you notice it. This actually runs around 60 frames per second. The frame rate is unlocked, so it will dip from time to time. I heard the Xbox did a little bit less, but I heard there's no deal breaker, and these versions are exactly the same. Just get the version that you have the most friends with on. I really like these kind of games. It's hack and slash. It's better with a friend, but I'm playing it without, because I don't think I'm going to learn the story if I play with a friend. I'll play with a friend the second go round. There's a lot of replay value because there's a lot of things to collect. So yeah, I'm running my mouth. Let's talk to these people.
Tell me everything you remember, stranger. Every detail.
Falling. Fire.
But
Sword of great power.
yeah, just like Borderlands, people kind of go loot happy and don't care about the story. Maybe they play through the game before. I haven't. I'm legitimately curious about the story of this game, even though it's probably not the best, but I watch movies made by Trauma, so I might not have the most exquisite taste in the world when it comes to stories. Although I like all different kinds of things. But anyway, yeah, so I might play on my own, but you have the option of playing just for loot or playing against each other. And I think the other one's just to play against bosses or something, like, was it, they're like taskmasters or something? I don't know. Honestly don't know. But so far I'm really liking this game. I'm glad I waited for the console version. I think it's better suited for me than the PC version. Did I sell all my stuff? There's as much character customizations without restrictions, because I heard there's restrictions on skills and stuff in the PC version where you had to go a certain way. This one you just basically unlock the skills and then you kind of modify what skills you want, like the top parts, like what power you want to use, and then the bottom, once you unlock those, you can combine them with what kind of after effect that you want. And then if you look at the bottom left of the screen, you have binds, and it works perfect. It's a perfect system. I couldn't ask for anything more for a PC port. This actually doesn't even feel like a port. It feels like it was made for this system. But again, just get whatever console version that you want, unless you have the PC version and prefer that type of game. But as far as consoles go, get the one where you have the most friends at. I tend to play more with people on PlayStation Network. If you happen to get this game on PlayStation, feel free to add me. It'd be nice to have people I know to play with, or people that are willing to play with. Just keep in mind, right now, if you add me, I'm playing for the story, so I actually want to hear what the people have to say. I probably won't hear much of what they have to say now, but you know, it's whatever. This game can get repetitive, but what makes it interesting is the loot's always different. As you can see on your bottom right, you have a map. It kind of tells you where to go. You can pick different classes like most of these games. If you play Dungeon Siege 3, you'll feel pretty comfortable with the controls, although I feel like this game is better made, although I feel Dungeon Siege looks a lot better, which is odd. This is a PC port, but this game has more physics based things in it. Like, a lot of times when you shoot stuff breaks apart or flies around the place. Dungeon Siege doesn't have as much as that. I think Dungeon Siege's default difficulty is a little bit harder too. I like the dark tone of this too. The thing I will say is the colorful graphics don't really match what this game's about. It does have that World of Warcraft look to it, which, if the game looks like World of Warcraft and I still play it, that says a lot, because I cannot stand World of Warcraft. Sorry, half of the gaming community, because I know most people play it, but I am not a fan of the Warcraft. The strategy games are pretty cool though, but the massive multiplayer one, not terribly a huge fan. There's never really been a massive multiplayer game that I really got into. Planet Side looks kind of cool, and I don't know if it's a massive multiplayer game or not, but the game made by Bungie, I can't remember what it was called, that one looks kind of cool. If it is a massive multiplayer game, it looks like it. It's like a first-person shooter. It looked cool on PlayStation 3. It's supposed to, PlayStation 4. It looks cool. I don't know how crappy it'll look on regular consoles. Just like I've been seeing screenshots of Dragon Age Inquisition, And that game looks really cool, but they're not showing modern consoles, just like Battlefield 4. I would like to see what the modern consoles look like. I don't know if I can afford next gen right now. I know I can't afford it right now. I'm like basically living off of fumes. I actually had money saved towards Grand Theft Auto 5, but my birthday's coming up and I know for a fact that I'm not supposed to get it because I'm getting it as a gift, so I figured I'd get this instead. And so far I'm happy with my purchase. I'm really glad I waited to get this version. I don't think I would have liked staying up close to the desk on a PC trying to play this, and plus, even though the settings are low, I don't know how well it would run on my PC. It kills me because my laptop was top of the line, but my laptop was never really suited for gaming. It was suited for video editing, which it does quite well. Video editing and Photoshop. But in order to do that, you have to have a graphics card. It just wasn't one really geared towards gaming. You know, I don't even know what my mission is because I played with that guy and he basically canceled everything everybody said. He probably got pissed because I was getting tired anyway. I was going to go to bed. As you can see, there's a lot of physics in this game and stuff breaks apart. Not a lot. I mean, it's not like Frostbite 2 physics or anything. But it has more than Dungeon Siege. But Dungeon Siege does look better overall. But I think they were just going for that pastel crown look for this game like they did with World of Warcraft. I think this is a game they just wanted everybody to be able to play. Although I wouldn't have minded, like the older Diablo games have like a really sharp 2D look that looked kind of cool that you never see anymore.
If there's a sword here, we will find it.
I'm getting a little weak here. You get so much stuff. You always gotta double check your loot, which I will after I kill these guys. I probably don't have anything of value. So you just push select your loot. You can quickly equip things by using a directional pad up and down. But I always just go to the menu. It's easier for me to compare. Do I have anything above 15? No, but I should have sold half of this shit. They barely give you any money for anything though. Let's see. Looks like I'm set. If there's a star above any of your loot, that means you got something new. When I mean loot, I mean any of these icons. But I would definitely either play with friends, and you can play co-op on a couch, something you couldn't do on the other Diablo, the PC version. And you don't have to deal with the DRM thing by signing up to Blizzard every single time you have to play. He runs on arcane power, which is that little orb you see on the bottom left. It drains, but it regenerates pretty quickly. Usually when I play these types of games, I either pick a warrior because it's the easiest hack and slash game. It depends how difficult the game is. And this game gets harder. I'm playing on like normal mode. I think there's 2 other difficulties, possibly 3, I don't know. But right now I just wanted to play for the story. I figured when I get more loot and level up and stuff, I'll play on a harder difficulty, and that's when I'll start playing with friends. When you play with friends, oops, he doesn't look friendly. Even though you have this roll feature, it does have like a RPG thing going on with it, where even though they don't actually touch you when they swing at you or make direct contact, sometimes it still counts as a hit, which is common for these kind of games. So you have to be somewhat far away from them for it still not to count. Then you have these hidden little crypts. Scavenger's Den level 1. I wish I knew what I was doing.
Still waiting.
That was one of my binds, which was triangle, that did the wave thing, and you can set up what your binds do. But I'm just surprised how well this game actually works for consoles and how good they reworked it. Even though this is technically a port, it really feels like it was made ground up for the consoles. And I'm very happy, and I'm happy I waited. Like I said, I can't stress that enough. I know I've probably already said it 15 times.
Need more arcane power.
The environments are pretty interesting to explore too. They're pretty varied, so you don't see the same shit over and over again. So you're actually interested in what's going on. And you can also modify what kind of attacks your player has. Like for instance, if I wanted to switch my powers, I could just do this. See, now I have different skills. But anyway, that's Diablo on the consoles in a nutshell. I didn't play with anybody. I just wanted to show you what it looked like. I'm sure I'm playing badly, but you know, that's Steve Benway's slogan. So I don't know if he's registered it or not. So I don't know if I can say it. But yeah, I'm very happy with this purchase so far. And if you haven't played the PC and are interested in this type of game but weren't into sitting at a table and clicking with one hand, and you want to play with friends or other people or play on a couch with 3 other people, which is rare these days to actually have like a co-op game that you actually can play in the same living room, I highly recommend this game. I like it a lot. And yeah guys, thanks for watching and take care. Alright guys, bye.